The next step I would recommend is grabbing your journal and writing out some of these prompts. In 2026, I am. And I want you to describe the future you in vivid details. What are you thinking? How are you feeling? How are you showing up? What behaviors and habits have you created? The next prompt this year, I choose to. And I want you to set intentions, not to do lists, but intentions. The third prompt is what I want more of is, and this is your emotions. Is it more joy, more peace? Or do you want more money or freedom or abundance? What do you want more of in the new year? And the fourth prompt is what I'm ready to release is. And that's what's no longer serving you. And the fifth prompt is you want to then write down your aligned goals that support this version of me are. Hi there, welcome to the Property Management Podcast. Thank you so much for having me in your ears. All right, it's that time of year again. The planners are coming out, vision boards are being glued together, and the pressure is on to reinvent your entire life by January 1st. But I want to offer you something different today because truthfully, I've done the resolution thing. I've set the 10 big goals. I've written the lists. I've picked the word of the year, made the mood boards, and still felt by mid-January. Why? Because most resolutions are made from a place of pressure, not presence. They're about fixing something, proving something, or keeping up with someone else's version of success. So today I want to guide you through a different approach, one that's become a sacred part of my end of year ritual. I started it last year, but I'm going to go even deeper this year. And it's all about casting a vision, not just setting goals. It's about connecting with your future self and asking, who am I becoming? What does she believe? What does she want? What does her life look like? How does she feel when she wakes up every day? Because real success feels aligned and not forced. So let's dive in. A few years ago, like probably many of you, I've set the usual New Year's goals. Grow my business by X%, get this many clients in, create and generate this much revenue, launch a new course, finally get on top of everything, grow my team. I ticked off some of it, missed some of it, and hustled my way through most of it. But by March, I was exhausted. By June, I couldn't even remember what half the goals were. And by December, I felt like I'd worked so hard, but still didn't feel fulfilled. I'm hoping you can relate to this. And that's when I realized I was chasing goals that didn't even emotionally connect with me. They looked great on paper, but they weren't aligned with the version of me that I was trying to become. So I stopped setting resolutions and I started setting a vision. And that one shift changed everything. So before we get into what you want to do in 2026, let's start with who you want to be. So I'm going to give you a little visualization exercise. If you're not driving, feel free to do it now, or maybe just write down what I'm sharing with you now and do it in your own space and your own time. And before you start, it's really important to take some deep breaths in and out and to really reset your nervous system. And then I want you to imagine it's December 31st, 2025, and you're reflecting on the year that just passed. And I want you to ask yourself, how do I feel in my body? What am I really proud of? How did I show up for myself, my clients, my family this year? What boundaries did I hold? What did I stop tolerating? What did I let go of? What did I call in? And then I want you to zoom in on that version of you standing in that space. And I want you to do the opposite. I want you to think about what you want in 2026. How do you want to feel in your body? What do you want to be proud of? How do you want to show up for yourself, your clients, your families? What boundaries do you need to set? What are you going to stop tolerating? What are you going to let go of? And what do you want to call in for that future version of yourself? And I want you to really get specific. What are you wearing? How are you carrying yourself? What does your day look like? How do you think and speak to yourself? And this is the you that you're building towards, not just in 12 months, but in every day from the 1st of January 2026. When you cast a vision this way, your goals stop being boxes that you tick and they become signposts guiding you back to yourself. And now that you've met that future you, let's bring her into reality. If you're ready to be a super organised, focused and productive property manager, buckle up because Colmio is about to revolutionise the way that you work. Colmio is the driving force behind property management excellence in residential real estate. Now picture this, a comprehensive end-to-end system designed to be the beating heart of your property management tasks, manage your properties, owners and tenants, and handle payments, inspections, and even marketing listings without leaving the platform. Colmio is designed to be an all-in-one solution to all your property management needs. And here's the game changer. Colmio isn't just software. It's been awarded the most innovative prop tech scale up in 2023. Yes, you heard it right. Colmio has been recognised for their groundbreaking approach to property management software. How good is that? So property managers, whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, dive into the future of property management with Colmio. You can book in a demo with the team today and go in their weekly draw for a Prezi gift card worth $100. All you need to do is to head to the link colmio.com/thatpropertymum, and Colmio is Kolmeo. So the next step I would recommend is grabbing your journal and writing out some of these prompts. In 2026, I am. And I want you to describe the future you in vivid details. What are you thinking? How are you feeling? How are you showing up? What behaviors and habits have you created? The next prompt, this year I choose to. And I want you to set intentions, not to-do lists, but intentions. The third prompt is what I want more of is, and this is your emotions. Is it more joy, more peace? Or do you want more money or freedom or abundance? What do you want more of in the new year? And the fourth prompt is what I'm ready to release is, and that's what's no longer serving you. And the fifth prompt is you want to then write down your aligned goals that support this version of me are. Now, notice how we don't start with goals. We start with alignment. Then you build the goals that naturally flow from that. And here's what I ask myself now before I commit to any sort of goals. Does this goal feel like should or desire? Will this move me closer to who I want to become? Can I achieve this in a way that feels supportive and not stressful? And is this mine or something I think I have to do? So an example from my life, this year I launched a course that didn't hit the numbers that I wanted. The old me would have spiraled into I failed mode. But because I'd anchored into my vision, which includes spaciousness, creativity, and aligned impact, I was able to say, okay, this just wasn't the path. Something different or better is coming. And instead of doubling down on the hustle, I've taken a trip to New York and Canada, reconnected with friends, and filled up my cup. That is success to me now. And instead of endless goals, I want you to pick 3 non-negotiables for 2026. And these aren't outcomes, these are commitments to how you live. I protect my weekends for rest and family time only. I lead my team from clarity, not chaos. And I only say yes to what's a full body yes. And these become your compass, especially when life gets messy, because it most certainly will. And let's be honest, you don't need a new planner. You don't need 47 goals. You just need a vision that feels so aligned, it pulls you forward without forcing it. So this year, I invite you to skip the resolutions and instead come home to yourself. Let 2026 be the year that you feel good in your business, your body, your boundaries, and your becoming. Can I ask you a quick favour before you leave this episode? Now, we all know how important reviews are for businesses these days, and mine is no different. If you could spare just a minute to follow, rate and review this podcast, it would mean a lot to me. In fact, what would get me super excited is if you share this podcast with someone in the industry who you think might need to hear some of the episodes right now. And if you'd like to find out more about working with me or any of the products I have to help you start, grow, or scale your property management business, head to my website, thatpropertymum.com.au, or check out the links in the show notes.